Hi everyone, it's Jenny here. I just want to talk to you a little bit about Quiz 1, which is the first assessment task due for preparation skills for university. And if you're looking at this video, that's a really good sign. It means that you are accessing the resources on Moodle and that you are aware that assessment is due. Quiz 1 is due at the end of week 2, so you have to really start thinking about it sooner rather than later. But the good news is there's nothing hard about it. As long as you are prepared, as long as you have worked through all of Module 1 of your study guide for prep skills, you won't have a worry in the world. It's really not about trying to sort students out and work out who's the cleverest. Assessment in prep skills is not about that. It's all about trying to support your learning. So for Quiz 1, what we want to see is that students have made a start, that they are going online, that they are aware of all the things that are available to them, that they understand the terminology that we use and some of the procedures and processes that we follow. And that's really what it's all about. So to prepare for this, you need to work through Module 1 of your study guide. That will mean jumping online, because a lot of what we are doing in Module 1 is making you familiar with those online systems and processes. Now, I would also have the Getting Started with CQ University Systems guide with me, and you can access that from Moodle if you can't quite remember what it is, but you probably have a copy of that somewhere. So the Getting Started with CQ University Systems guide is a good one to have with you, as well as the Steps guide for students. So obviously it's open book. You can look up whatever you want in hard copy, and you can also be searching online. Let's have a look on Moodle and see what else I can tell you about Quiz 1. Now, when you begin any assessment task, really there are two main sources of information. And the first is the unit profile, and you'll probably recognise that document. You should have one of those printed for each of your units. Now, if you haven't done that already, you can find it here on Moodle, up here under information. But these unit profiles will set out the basic details of your assessment task, and what's more, they tell you how much they are worth and when they are due. So they're really important documents. And of course, the other place you'll need to go to is Moodle for the quizzes, and hopefully you're becoming familiar with this assessment block here on the left. Now you'll see that that's where you'll go to do Quiz 1. You'll also see that there's a practice quiz, and I'll talk to you about that as well. Let's just click on Quiz 1 and see what information we can glean without actually opening the quiz, which I can't do for obvious reasons. So as with any assessment task, you should read all the information you can so that you absolutely know the conditions and what you're in for, so there's no surprises along the way. So you'll see that it has to be completed by week 2. You have to complete 20 questions. They will be multiple choice. Now, you get a mark out of 20, but that will become 10%, so whatever mark you get will be divided by 2, and that will be your grade for that assessment task. It says that the quiz will stay open for 2 hours, but you really shouldn't need anywhere near that time. If you're an internal student, you'll be completing this in class with your fellow classmates at a designated time. As a distance student, you have more freedom to do this when you would like to, but it is good to set aside a good hour just in case you get interrupted or it takes you a little while to find information. You shouldn't have to guess any of the answers. You should be able to find the answers to all of these things before you actually put in your answer. If for whatever reason something happens, there's a flood in the kitchen or one of your kids needs you somewhere and you can't get this quiz completed within the 2 hours, don't panic, just let your support lecturer know. Let's go back to the practice quiz and I'll show you what that looks like. Now, this is not going to help you with the content of Quiz 1. These are just trivia questions, but the idea is you are practicing the technology. You're getting used to multiple choice quiz in Moodle. This is how they look, and just to get you used to that environment. Now, you'll see here that you are to select one answer. The capital of the United States is, maybe you're not quite sure if it's New York City or Washington, D.C. So you can Open another tab, do a Google search, work out the answer, and then come back. But the important part here is don't leave the quiz, don't go searching Google from this page, open a new tab. And that's the same for when you want to complete quiz 1. Don't leave the quiz, always open a new tab if you want to go searching anything. Now Google's not going to help you much with quiz 1, which is all about university awareness, so it's all about CQ Uni and steps, but you might like to go to the CQ Uni handbook, so you might even like to have that tab ready, that page ready for you to go to. And just a heads up, in the useful links here, the glossary, if I could find it, there it is, that can be useful if you want to do a quick check on terms. So I don't know if there's much else I can tell you, except that, yeah, it's all about really basic information that students need to know. And if you work through all the activities and read through all the information in Module 1, it shouldn't be hard at all. For a lot of students, it's just a really nice confidence booster. I hope that's the case for you too. So get in there and get Module 1 finished so that you are ready to complete your first assessment task. Good luck with Quiz 1.